What's up YouTube? It's Heretic here. Welcome back. Today we are looking at the Alolan Ninetales Alolan Muck deck that Mari played on Tuesday's match video. So obviously this is still a work in progress, but we're going ahead, been working on this for a little while. So we're going to start, we have 4 Alolan Vulpix. So this is a really cool card. I mean, we usually just use it to get into Alolan Ninetales. That's the whole point of it. We play 3 of that. But I'm going to go over both of these cards real quick. Alolan Ninetales is your big attacker. It's your main point of the deck, main focus. 210 HP Stage 1 Pokemon GX. Has 3 attacks, of course, like any GX Pokemon without an ability. The first one, Ice Blade for 2 colorless, deals 50 damage to any one Pokemon on your opponent's board of your choice. So it's pretty useful for sniping and finishing off KOs and stuff. Also good for setting them up early on. For 2 water and a colorless, we have Blizzard Edge, which does 160 damage, discarding 2 energy attached to itself. Exactly the same as Turtonator GX's big attack, only on a water type. It's really cool because you can just, if you have 2 water, you can just attach a double colorless and discard that all by itself to fulfill the discard cost. And then you have Ice Path GX, which is its GX attack, of course, and it lets you move all damage counters from Alolan Ninetales GX onto your opponent's active Pokemon, which can be really cool. Like a one-sided damage change from Mewtwo. So that's Ninetales. Now the reason we run a 4-3 as opposed to a 4-4 or a 3-3 is because of Alolan Vulpix. It has a free attack called Beacon, which allows you to search your deck for any 2 Pokemon and add them to your hand. So a lot of times if you open up Vulpix, your first Vulpix will be used just to use Beacon once or twice, and then after that you'll evolve the rest of them. It's just a great way to set things up. So that's our Alolan Ninetales line. We also play Alolan Muck. So in the spirit of Alolan forms, Alolan Grimer, at least for the basics, it has a free attack as well, which lets you flip a coin to see if you can poison your opponent's active Pokemon. Nothing too fancy, but you know, could be a thing once in a while. Alolan Muck, of course, shutting down the abilities of all basic Pokemon while it's in play. Does not need a Pokemon tool like Garbodor does, which is kind of nice with Field Blower coming out, so that's a thing. And then we have 2 Tapu Lele's for early game supporter search, as well as a pretty solid attack in Energy Drive. Essentially, it's just old Mewtwo EX's X-Ball, 20 damage times the number of energy cards attached to both active Pokemon. And then we have 2 Shamans for some more draw power. That's our Pokemon lineup. So we will get into our trainers here, supporters. We got 4 Sycamores, 3 Ns, 2 Lysanders. That's the norm. The 3rd N is really just for consistency. I really like having that. 1 Olympia, just for emergency switch outs, and then 1 Professor Kukui to help Alolan Ninetales hit 180 in OHKO stuff like Tauros GX and a lot of Pokemon EX in the format. Just a fun little thing to be able to do, and definitely useful in a pinch. 3 Rough Seas. Alolan Ninetales already has 210 HP, make it even tougher to KO with Rough Seas, being able to heal 30 every turn. We got 4 Versus Seekers. We've got 4 Ultra Balls and 2 Level Balls. You can make the argument instead of Level Ball to play Dive Ball. I may just end up going 1 Level Ball, 1 Dive Ball. Level Ball being able to get out Alolan Grimer is very, very nice, but with the ability of Vulpix to use Beacon, we could also just make the case that that would be more than enough and be able to pull just whichever, you know, whether to pull the Ninetales or to pull the Grimer, whichever you prefer. I personally like it better to pull the Ninetales because the Grimer actually does need to be in play for a turn before Alolan Muck can come out, so that's hence the Level Ball. And we have 1 Super Rod, 1 Escape Rope, and then our Pokemon tool, we have 2 Float Stones, just because Alolan Muck has a fat retreat cost, and 2 Choice Bands just to make Alolan Ninetales do even more damage. So fun stuff there, and then rounding out our items, because apparently they should have been up here, but whatever. We have 4 Aqua Patch. It's too good not to play it with a big water type attacker, especially when they're discarding their energy. So that's all for our trainers, and then we'll get into our energy. We got 4 double colorless and 7 basic water to round things out. Enough to use with Aqua Patch and to fulfill our energy costs, and then of course work with our 4 double colorless. So that is Alolan Ninetales Alolan Muck. And we will be back this weekend with a player interview and another match video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Cheers!